We will just wait for another 2 minutes so that everyone joins, and then we will start. Just check how many participants are there. It's already 6. How many participants are there? So good evening, ma'am. We have not used the mic. Just check my voice is clear or not. I believe my voice is clear. Is my voice clear? Okay, so I'm starting now. So first of all, a very good evening to each one of you, and thank you for joining me. A few queries and doubts which all the participants have in every session, that I will be forwarding the link for generating the certificate towards the end in the group, that is 21st century skills in student, and you will be able to generate the certificate. In case you have any doubt, any query, or you are not able to generate the certificate, please WhatsApp me on my personal window, and I will get back to you. For any query, for any assistance, feel free, because you have my personal number with you all. Next important thing is, if you have any questions related with the webinar, please ask towards the end. I will be unmuting you. Right. So today, together, we are going to learn, discover, and find out how to develop 21st century skill among our students. As an educator, it's our job to nurture them in such a way that they are able to cope up with the 21st century skill, because knowledge is one thing. Apart from that, we need to imbibe and develop the 21st century skill, which is very, very important to perform professionally at a global level. So the world today is changing rapidly, we all know, and education is no longer limited to memorizing, rote learning, and just mugging up the things which we used to do earlier at our times. Time has changed. NEP, NCF also want that more of skill should be there among our students. And it's about preparing learners not only for today but for the lifetime. Uh, Pratiksha ma'am, you have joined. Is my voice clear? Okay. And what are these skills? These are four basic skills which we call as the 4 C's. And what are these 4 C's? They are critical thinking, communication, collaboration, and communication skill. So these we need to master on these skills, and they are interconnected. If we develop them, we will be able to achieve anything and everything in order to adjust ourselves, adapt ourselves at any place. Now, why 21st century skills matter? Our government, the education system, the educationists are talking a lot about the 21st century skill. And why are these important? We will be discussing one by one. In case of doubt, in case of query, please feel free to ask me. The world around us is evolving very quickly due to technological advancement and globalization. Lot of changes are there. We can find out. Traditional education, if we talk about it, only considers knowledge into account, right? It does not it does never talks about skills. It does not talks about caution, right? So now we need to strike a balance between the knowledge and the skill, and it's the skill which makes us lifelong learners, right? But today's students need much more than just knowledge, and in order to develop it, we need to work upon the 21st century skill with our student. They need the ability to analyze information, solve problem, communicate ideas very effectively, and we also wish that each one of them should work in collaboration, right? These competencies help the student or help a child to face the real world problems. Now, see, education is moving beyond rote learning. If I talk about our times, right, we used to memorize the thing, we used to mug up the things, we used to understand the things, and then we used to deliver the content, or we used to solve the question paper. But now the things are more of competency based, analytical thinking based questions are there. So we need to work upon our skill also. Emphasizes on thinking, creativity, and collaboration. See, in this session, we will learn about critical thinking. Now, what is critical thinking? Suppose a situation is in front of us and we need to analyze it and then answer it. That is called critical thinking. Creativity, adding something to our present knowledge, how we can make it more creative and how we can collaborate. And in order to collaborate, we need to build team, we need to work in pair, we need to work in group also, right? So collaboration is very very important. हमें सिर्फ अपने से मतलब नहीं है. We need to work with others also. For that also we need skill, right? How to enhance that skill, how to upskill that thing, we need to work upon. A student needs skill for a dynamic world. So nowadays, all the students, all the learners, they need the skills. And if we will nurture these skills in our classroom scenario, each one of them will be able to face the day-to-day problems which he or she will come across in his or her daily life. Preparing learners for future careers. We are not preparing them for a specific class, but we are preparing them for future. We are preparing them for their future careers, and this is how we are making them global citizens. Now, what are 21st century skill? Now, skills required to succeed in modern society, right? So, first of all, 21st century skill refers to the abilities a student need to succeed in the modern world. In the modern world, kaushal is very, very important, which we call skill in English. It's a very important factor. These skill goes beyond academic knowledge. They have nothing to do with the knowledge which we have achieved, right? It's how he or she will be able to deal with the day-to-day situation. That's why these skills are very, very important. They help student to become independent learner. They don't have to depend upon anyone. It also help them to become creative thinker and a responsible member of the society. Education system across the world are now, the entire world is talking about these skills to prepare students for the demands in future, whatever the jobs are, according to that we have to nurture them from the very beginning, so that they can become better human beings, better citizens, and should be able to adapt with the situations which are coming in their path or on their way. Now, skill required to succeed in modern society. What are these skills? These skills are critical thinking, creativity, collaboration, and communication. A combination of all the four C is very, very important. Focus on learning. Learning is one factor, but how we can make it innovative, how we can add life skills to it, right? How that learning can help us to overcome day to day challenges, that is very, very important. Often called future reading skills. Now, what is future reading? हम भविष्य को पढ़ पा रहे हैं. We are able to understand, we are able to get what in future we need, what in future we actually need to overcome the challenges, right? So we are preparing ourselves, our student, for the future situation. Help students adapt. We are able to adapt ourselves. See, we cannot think that others should adjust. We need to adapt ourselves according to the circumstances, according to the situation. Innovate means find out something new in order to handle the situation and solve a real world problem. Whatever real world problems are there, by imbibing these skills, by developing these skills, we will be able to overcome it. Now, core components of 21st century skill, which we call as 4 C's, which I have already discussed. They are critical thinking, creativity, communication, and collaboration. And together, if we achieve mastery over these skills, we will be able to handle any circumstances, any situation which we come across in the real world situation. Now, when I talk about critical thinking means analyzing. We don't have to depend on others with our present knowledge. We will be able to find out whether this situation is there and what decision according to that we need to take. For example, if you have any soft drink and you have some nariyal pani or coconut water in front of you and you are thirsty. Now, thinking will say that you can drink any, but if you think critically, if you analyze it, you will find it that coconut water is more fruitful or beneficial for your health, right? So according to situation, they need to analyze, they need to think critically. Now, creativity. Creativity means adding something to your present knowledge to make it more presentable, right? So it's a very important thing to add creativity with your present knowledge. Communication, how you are talking, what you are talking, when you are talking, right? And communication helps in team building, it helps in peer and share, it helps in contacting other individual, and when good communication is there, you will be able to collaborate, you will be able to make a team, you will be able to lead a team, right? Now, communication, see, if you are very good or skillful in communication, you will be able to sell chilies, right? मिर्च भी आप बेच पाओगे. And if you have a poor communication or a bad communication, you will not be able to sell even honey, right? So communication plays a vital role, an important role. These four components or these four skills are interconnected. They depend on each other. And when students develop these abilities, ability to think, ability to be creative, communicative, and collaborative, they became capable of understanding complex problem. Even if complex situation are there, difficult situation are there in front of them, they will be able to resolve it, they will be able to solve it. Generating innovative ideas, they will have, with creativity they will have lot many ideas, right? And when collaboration is there, तो एक दूसरे से जब हम ideas exchange करते हैं, हमें लगता है कि हमारा idea is always the best or good, but we get lot many more innovative ideas, and this is how exchange of ideas and opinions are there. Now, why critical thinking is important? Encourages questioning and inquiry. Whenever a situation is there in front of you, more of questioning is there. Asking questions, why, how, when, where, right? So you get to know the correct answer. Problem solving activities. Now, if I'm talking about problem solving activities, so critical thinking gives you the ability to analyze the information, right? Question assumptions and make logical decisions. So, naturally, the problem solving activities will be there more in you. Teachers can promote critical thinking by encouraging students to ask question. You just throw a question on them and they will be coming up with various ideas, various answers, right? And this is how critical thinking can be enhanced. Activities, if I talk about like case studies and real life scenarios are there on my screen. So if case studies are there, discussions are there, debates are there, problem solving tasks are given to them, so I believe they will be able to come up with various ideas, right? Decision making based on evidence. They will not take decision on their mind but on facts, on analysis, on the truth what comes in front of them. They will be able to take the decision whether it's right, whether it's bad, whether it's good, whether it's fruitful or not. ना कोलैबोरेशन, कोलैबोरेशन का मतलब क्या होता है? हम दूसरे से जुड़ रहे हैं, दूसरे का सहयोग ले रहे हैं, राइट? एंड together how we can work. It's not necessary that we will be able to achieve all the desired result by our own. हमें दूसरे का help लेना पड़ेगा. It's not necessary that we are good in each and everything. So when group projects and teamwork are there, तो collaboration ज़्यादा होता है. Group है, टीम वर्क है, राइट? अब ग्रुप प्रोजेक्ट एंड टीम वर्क आप मेरे स्क्रीन पे देख कर पा रहे हैं. देन पीयर लर्निंग एक्टिविटीज. नाउ देयर इज अ थिन डिफरेंस बिटवीन देम. ग्रुप जब है तो इट्स फॉर्मल, राइट? इट्स मोर ऑफ फॉर्मल. तो ग्रुप में बहुत सारे पीपल आर देयर, मेनी स्टूडेंट्स आर देयर एंड दे आर वर्किंग एज अ टीम फॉर अ डिजायर्ड रिजल्ट or for a desired output, right? And when peer learning activities I am talking about, peer learning friends के साथ है, दोनों बैठ के साथ पढ़ रहे हैं, and more of peer learning is there, right? So peer learning activities also help in analyzing the content, what how they can work upon a project or on a task, isn't it? Respect for diverse idea. We all belong to different customs, traditions, cultures and values, right? And when we collaborate, what happens? We are able to know about the views, ideas, opinions, mindset of other people. At the same time, they are able to know about us in a better and a more clear manner, right? And we have respect for diverse ideas, diverse customs, diverse traditions, and how building leadership and responsibility. And when this collaboration is there, it helps in building leadership skills and a sense of responsibility, because the entire team has one common goal in front of them, and this is how the sense of responsibility becomes more important in them. Now, we as teachers, we as educators, how we can work upon these skills? We can give them projects, peer learning activities with friends, and cooperative assignments. Assignment in which a specific team or a specific set of students are there. When students work together, they learn to respect diverse idea, which I have already spoken to you all, right? They are able to share responsibility and build leadership qualities. Now, next, very important skill, communication skill, right? Verbal and written communication. Verbal जब हम बोल रहे हैं, and written when we are writing, and what we are writing, how we are writing, or how I am talking, that plays a very important role, right? जो भी बच्चा बोल रहा है या मैं बोल रही हूँ, वो कितना समझ में आया, कैसे समझ में आया, that is very, very important. Classroom discussions and debates are a very important part of class of communication skill. So whenever there is classroom discussions and debates, we are able to exchange ideas, opinions, facts, And this is how हम दूसरे का सुन के भी हमारा ना, we add on to our knowledge, right? It's not necessary that we know each and everything. The more we listen, the more we get. Listening and responding appropriately. See, speaking is a very important skill. It's a soft skill. We need to inculcate it, and it develops and it grows with the passage of time. But listening is also a very important skill. हमने दूसरे का सुना ही नहीं. So we need to work upon our listening skill also. And when speaking skills and listening skills, right? In CBSC schools, there are listening skills and speaking skills also. So we will be able to present ourselves. Presentation skills also enhances. Next is creativity and innovation. How we can make our things more creative, right? First of all is brainstorming sessions, right? Now, what are brainstorming sessions? We should know the meaning of brainstorming sessions. Now, suppose I am creating a group activity where we come together and generate as many ideas as possible. So we are brainstorming. हमने कोई fact दिया and we are getting ideas, opinions and answer from different people, right? And we will get lot many ideas, lot many opinions and lot many viewpoints. Right now, art integrated learning. Now, again, when I'm talking about art, it does not mean that drawing along with the knowledge part or the written part. When I'm speaking or talking or discussing about art integrated learning, इसका मतलब जिसमें भी कलात्मक चीजें हैं, whether it's dance, whether it's drama, whether it's music, whether it's any presentation, right? All comes under art integrated learning. So this is something very, very important. Art integrated learning. Now, project-based learning. What is project-based learning, which we call PBL also? Project-based learning is a teaching method, right? And in which students learn by actively working in real world projects. Whatever problem they feel in their day-to-day situation, they work upon that over a specific period of time, over a given period of time, right? Project teacher ne diya, they need to work, they need to understand, and then they will come to a conclusion, right? Encouraging curiosity and experimentation, which is a very important part of creativity and innovation. Now, how we can see, we think we have a specific idea and that idea is always correct, but it's not that, right? Different people, different viewpoints, and among students it's obviously very always more, right? So we need to encourage, we need to trigger the curiosity, children need to experiment, and this is how they come to a conclusion, right? By integrating interactive teaching strategies and technologies, teacher can make learning more engaging and meaningful. Now, role of teacher. Now, teacher plays a very important role in developing these skills, that is creativity, communication, collaboration, and critical thinking. Four basic, very important skill which we all need to develop and work upon when we are with our learners, whether it's a young learner or a grown-up child, right? Shift from टीचर सेंटर्ड टू लर्नर सेंटर्ड क्लासरूम. देखो हमारे टाइम में व्हाट यूज्ड टू हैपन, इट वाज अ टीचर सेंटर्ड क्लासरूम. More of knowledge, less of skills. Teacher used to speak, we used to mug up, memorize the things. Now it's learner centered. We need to ask them, we need to question them, and we need to work upon it as per our requirement, right? Encourages inquiry and exploration. Now, children should ask more and more questions, right? They should be explorers, right? And when they will ask more, they will automatically come to the answer. Provide opportunities for collaboration. right? Now we need to give them ample opportunities for collaboration so that they can work as a team. Not necessary that with dealing with one specific child you will be able to get all the desired result. We need to throw questions on them and give them questions in such a manner that they can collaborate, they can work in groups, right? Integrate technology meaningfully. Our children are far more advanced than us. Imbibing technology, using technology is very, very important. Now, classroom strategies, right? Project based learning. If I'm talking about project based learning, it's a very important. They deal with real life situation. We are giving them a project, we are asking them questions, and then they are concluding to a situation. So, project based learning is very important. And what happens in project based learning? It's a learner centered approach where students gain knowledge and skill and they work on real life situations, right? Instead of memorizing the facts, they explore the facts, they find out the facts, they collaborate, they do the research work, and then they come with beautiful answers which sometimes we not even expect, right? Now, next is inquiry based learning. Inquiry based learning, suppose I trigger a question कि shadows होते हैं, कैसे ये shadows form करते हैं, मैंने सिर्फ question एक पूछा बच्चों को, right? And they will come up with different ideas, opinions and answers. And what are they? Suppose कोई बोलेगा कि ये तो कभी shadow छोटी होती है, कभी ये long होती है, right? Shadow changes its position. And someone came, ma'am, I think something is there with it's associated with the sun or with the light, and then they experimented with a torch. So inquiry based learning where we inquire and students are coming with answers, right, is an approach where learning begins with questions. So inquiry means there will always be a question which will be raised by the teacher, by the educator, right? And learner and the children or the learners, they will be coming with different ideas. Now, inquiry based learning nurtures curiosity. There is a lot of curiosity and turns students into thinkers and explorers. They think a lot and then they come with answers, right? Now, think, pair, share activity. What is think, pair and share activity, right? It's a simple yet very powerful collaborative activity where they work generally in groups, right? They first think individually, then they discuss with their partners, they come up with beautiful ideas and answers, and finally they present it or share it in front of the class. Now, problem solving task. Now, very important, as the word suggests, problem solving task. Some problem is there. Suppose water scarcity is there, right? And they have to solve the issue, then they will come with various answers based on the problem which is actually existing, right? Reflective learning discussions. Now, is a process where students think what they have learned, how they have learned, and how they can improve it, reflect, they question themselves. It encourages self awareness, what they were lagging, why there was a gap in their learning, and deeper understanding. And we just need to address these issues. Now, benefits for students. Now, what are the benefits of developing 21st century skill among improved problem solving ability? When they are thinking critically, when they are collaborating, when they are trying to improve their communication skills and add on to their creativity. So, problem solving ability among the learners, that becomes very important. It They upgrade themselves. Confidence and leadership skills. See, when they are collaborating, confidence is also added, and leadership, how in a team they will be able to control what work they have to assign to the other partner, how they can get the best possible output, better teamwork and communication. See, communication very, very important, right? So, how they communicate in their team, what they communicate in their team, and how they are able to achieve the desired result, whether it's related with a specific project, or whether if they are working in a team in a some company, so how they will be able to get out of them, that is important. Preparedness for higher education. See, when we are imbibing these skills from a very early stage, they will be able to deal with their day to day situation in real world scenario, right? Whether they are in job or whether they are achieving or getting higher education. Now, moving ahead, uh, teachers play a vital role in shaping these ability. We as educators, it's our job, it's our responsibility to address and and see how we can enhance these skills, whether it's creativity. Four C's I have spoken from the very beginning, that is creativity, collaboration, communication skill and creative thinking, right? और बच्चा जब शुरू से इन स्किल्स के ऊपर वर्क करेगा, तो ही और शी विल बी एबल टू हैंडल द डे टू डे सिचुएशन which he or she will face in future. Education, uh, education should nurture skills, not just knowledge. If you can see my slide. So, we need to work upon these skills and knowledge will automatically increase. Knowledge each one of us are having, हम बोलते हैं ना degree तो है but he or she is not getting a job, so we need to work upon these कौशल्स, upon these skills, right? CBSE ने नया भेज दिया है ना, we कौशल both till class 8th, which is very very important, and we really need to work upon these skills. 21st century skill empower students for lifelong learning. It's true that these skills will help the student. If a educator, a nurturer, a facilitator nurture these skills, right, take care of these skills, then obviously our students will be empowered for their entire life, right? And learning is a never ending journey. Now I will be sharing the link in your 21st century skill chat box. You all are requested to generate the certificate, right? And okay, okay, link I will be forwarding you shortly. Don't worry at all, right? I will be forwarding you the link and you can generate the certificate. If you have any query, any doubt, please ask me. There is one chat in the chat box. Let me see. Clear, ma'am? Okay, okay. So, if there are any query, you may ask me. Don't leave the group, right? Because in April, I will be conducting many more workshop, and if you wish, you can join. AIEF will be forwarding the certificate link. So they have not forwarded the link yet. Just wait for a couple of minutes. They are very quick in forwarding the link and you will be able to generate the certificate. Now, is there any query, any doubt you may ask? Okay, where will you forward the link? Yes, ma'am, it's on WhatsApp group, ma'am. So don't worry at all that the session will be over and you will not be able to generate the certificate. Don't worry at all. You have my personal number with me, right? Oh, okay. So we all need to work upon these skills in order to imbibe and build the 21st century skill in our students, right? I think only 2 minutes are left and they have not forwarded the link yet. And the people who have joined today, they might be feeling that, oh, the link has not come. Ma'ams and sir, don't worry, right? I'm ending the session and it's 3 minutes still left. If you wish, you can ask questions. Can we call and ask for the link? Okay. It's showing 3 minutes. I have already messaged them, but okay, ma'am. Thank you all for joining me today. Uh, have a good day ahead. I will be forwarding the link shortly. Thank you so much, each one of you, for your valuable time and contribution, and hope this webinar will bring a real change in your classrooms. Thank you for joining me.